Am I on? I am on. Long haired. How are you? Oh, am I, hold on. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see. Michelle, hello, how are you? Welcome. Oh, I forgot the camera's over here. Well, one camera's over there. So welcome, Dawn. Okay. Well, I'm going to wait a few more minutes, let folks filter in. And I'm going to just go out and back in so I can see. Oh, we got 7 people in. Silver Willow, hello, welcome. Welcome, guys. So I haven't been on in a while. Well, no, I've been on, but I haven't been on Wednesday night readings for a while. So, Earthy Phantom. Hi, Mama Squirrel. So I haven't done readings in a while, so I decided that I'm going to give it a go. I haven't done it in a while. So yeah. So let's oh, thank you. Thank you, Mama Squirrel. Yeah, I'm back. I think I'm back. Ah. Hi, Earthy Phantom. So, let's start here to get on the list. See, I've got my paper, and oh, where did I put my pen? I've got my purple pen. It's purple because we love purple. If you want to get on, put one of those in the comments, and I'll type one just so you see it. Yeah, if it's one of those, and where's that other thing? Oh, there they are. Boom, like that. Yep, so just put one of those in the comments. That way I will add you to the list, and we can do some readings. How does that sound? Does it sound fun? Okay, here we go. All right. Jen. So we got Jen B. B-O-W. And Mama Squirrel, long hair. G. Michelle. All right. Hi, Whispers of 3. Toe, I like that. That's the short version of that name. Oh my God. I love you, man, but look at, I had to write that long thing. I should have just wrote Toe. Long, my arm hurts. All right, Whispers of 3. 3. All right, so we've got, so far, we have Jen Bebo, then Mama Squirrel, long hair, skinny eye Toe, Michelle, Kentrell, and Whispers of 3. Does anyone else want to get on the list? Put a line like that next to your name. Hi, Amethyst Moonstone. How are you? All right. My dad was so sorry I couldn't join to see when I was an audiovisual person, and I are recording for videos tonight. But next time, yes. Oh, no, that's fine, Robert. Gots to do the work. You know? I gotta angle this here. Definitely got to get your work done. No, I know that feeling. A lot of people go on during the day while I'm at work, and I'm like, oh, I'd love to join in, but I'm working. Spirit Moon. Spirit Moon. Alrighty, Spirit Moon. Alright, anyone else? Let's put one of those little lines down there next to your name to get on. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, we can definitely fit some more. Yeah, if you want to get on, just make, I'm going to do it like this. Let's make a line like that. All right. So anyways, we're going to get started. All right, because we got a little list here, and I can always scroll up to my arrow and see who's posted after that. See, I got a system. Okay. So let me shuffle a bit. So yeah, Jen Bebo, you are up first. Just please post your question into the comments. I forget. I almost forget how long the delay is, but what the hell? Hello? Oh my god. Well, that was weird. Am I back? Ugh. Anyways, Jen Bebo, please post your question before the internet gives out. What the heck? That's never happened before. Did we lose Jen Bebo? Hi, Pansy Winter. Jennifer Bebo. Going once. Am I pronouncing that right? Going twice. I might have to skip you and move on. Oh, I hate doing that. All right, well, let's move on. And if she comes back and posts her question. Oh, there we go. Woo! Went into the wire. Romance, life decision, please. All righty. So, you have a romance question. Those are always fun. All right. Bit of shuffling here. Okay. Cut the deck here. Alrighty, let's see what we have. Alright. Put that there. We've got the Knight of Swords. Oh man. We have your Empress. And the Knight of Wands. Alright, interesting. So, the Knight indicates a bringer of change. Now, if you look at this guy here, I wish I had a pointer. My hot dog finger. I should do something. Oh my God, I'll use my hot. Look at this. I know what I'll use. I'll use my hot Apollo knife as a pointer. My Athme. Oh, how's that? Is that cool? Look at that. But anyways, if you look at our Knight of Swords, you know, like I see someone breaking free. That's that change. The knight to me always means change, um, right? And um, swords can be political concerns, willpower, like struggle. So this card is saying, like, you're going to break free of something that might be, I don't want to say like an obstacle, but kind of holding you back a little bit. Being held back, you're going to break free. Um, that's the Knight of Swords, and we'll okay. But anyways, we'll move on from the Knight of Swords. That's that change. Now we have the Empress. We all know what the Empress means. That's, you know, a pretty common card. Um, a happiness, but there's that motherly, that, you know, maternal love, nurturing environment. You know, the Empress, she's in her element, and, you know, she's surrounded by, um, you know, all of her, you know, creatures. You know, you'll see, you've got little pixies there. There's some butterflies, and then there's flowers everywhere, right? There's flowers. It's just so nurturing, so beautiful, so you know, majestic, if you would. Now comes our King of Wands. Now, what does the King of Wands mean? So, king can mean like an influential masculine presence. Kings are, you know, kingly, but and wands is you know, when I think of wands, I think of spiritual aspects of things. So putting this all together, this is what I think I see going on here. I'm not sure the details of this love romance question, and I don't need to. But you said romance life decision, and that's what I see. Remember how I said, where's my knife? This is the change. You really need to really weigh this decision hard, because you don't want to hold yourself back because of you know, you might be afraid to take that step. Don't hold yourself back, because that step is going to lead to you know, that maternal, the love, the nurturing. And I do see a masculine influence on that. So I don't know if this is making sense, but yeah, I see. I mean, given your question, does this make sense? I see him. I don't want to say a question because I see one in my head. It's almost like, and you know, should I do something that will lead, or should I trust, or should I? And if the question's something like that, I'm seeing like, yes, don't hold yourself back. I think in your heart, you know the right decision in that question. Um, just look into your heart and don't hold yourself back, right? If you look at this card, right, he's breaking free, and his heart, his chest is out, and that's showing me like, you know, it's a happy break. It's, yes, I'm putting my heart out there. Now, if that makes any sense. Oh, that was a long-winded. I gotta go back to the. Let me see. So, Jennifer, did that make any sense? Does that make any sense? All right, where did I put my cards? I gotta collect these guys. Alrighty. Oh, I put them back upside down like a chooch. That's how we want it, like that. All right. So, let me make a mark. So, we did Jen. So, up next is our very own Mama Squirrel. I'm so nervous reading from Mama Squirrel because she's like the supreme. She's our supreme. Oh, hi, Maddie. I mean, Lucian. Ah! Jen, I'm glad it makes sense. Okay. What obstacles do I need to overcome to start doing my witch shit full time? Any suggestions to overcome them? Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we need to, somehow one of us needs to like win the lottery so we can start a coven. Are we playing the lottery? Are we even? Because I'm not. I haven't. I'm not doing my part. But all right, let's see. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see what we got. Let's go to that view. We're gonna cut it right here. And first card, King of Pentacles, Judgment. Okay. And okay, I'm gonna put these right here. I have a feeling I'm gonna need them with this reading. Okay, so the first thing I see is the King of Pentacles. When I see this particular king, I see, you know, someone who's just kind of run down. You know, he's had a rough go of it, you know, but he's a king, and he's, you know, kings sometimes have the world on their shoulders, right? It's part of being a king. But he's kind of run down. He's kind of, you know, need to take time to sit and relax. And the thing is, notice something about this chair, though, right? This is or a throne or whatever you want to call it. It's made of stone. This is a stone, strong, real good chair, throne he's sitting on. What that's telling me, in your case, is that one, you're feeling kind of stuck, which is the obvious. But I think you have a better foundation than you think, right? So there might be an aspect of like holding yourself back from getting into that, or at least starting getting into that. And that throne, that could be, you know, your knowledge. It could be, you know, you have a lot to offer, right? I mean, we all look up to you, and that's, you know, the king. Now moving on to the next card. This is an interesting card. This is the Judgment card. You know, when I look at this card here, hold on, I need a little sip of my ginger tea. Because I feel myself getting a little bit of a cold. And I hate being sick. Oh. And it's like, it's not even like it's September. Who gets sick in September? But anyways, I digress. Judgment is judgment. And that could be, you know, so this could be, you know, I mean a few things. Judgment. What I see here is there's a decision to be made, um, and I think that there's a little bit of fear in there, and not fear to take the step, because I think that in your mind, I think you have a. I mean, you may not realize it, but I think you have a good plan. But I think you might be letting others hold you back. You know, judging you, or, you know, kind of afraid to make that move. You know, then this brings us to our last card, right? And that's our Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords, Three of Swords, Three of Swords. I can take this card a couple of different ways. I know we all know typically what this card could mean, and you know, it's the heartbreak card. And I'm thinking in the context of this reading, well, I'm taking it a little different, and this is just my intuition. I get this feeling that what the cards are trying to say here is if you stay on your current path, there's heartbreak in your future. And the reason why I say that is because when you go, let's change cameras, you got our King of Pentacles, right? We all know that stop, take a rest, regroup, and look at the strength that you have, right, in the throne. There's a really big decision. It's a huge decision, but you need to make the decision for you and not let others do it, because I think if you put others' needs ahead of yours, that's what you're going to end up with. It's kind of what I see kind of going on here. And just for shits, I'm going to pull one more card. And it's the Alchemist card. Now, what's the Alchemist card? When I see the Alchemist card, I see creation. Calculated creation. Right? It's not the same creation as the magician would make. It's more of a calculated decision. You know? Carefully measured. Carefully, you know, very careful. My take on this is that I think it's time for you to kind of get started. And that may not mean, you know, just quit your job and dive into it. But you really got to be serious now and to make the transition. Because the fact is, it's got to kind of be, you know, unless you run into a ton of money, it's got to be a little bit of a transition, right? We got to make the ends meet. But it's time to start moving the needle. Start creating. So that's the biggest decision. Now, you asked in the decision, and let me see. I'm gonna scroll up. Wow, a lot of comments went by. Yeah, you asked the second part of it, full time, and any suggestions to overcome them. This is the suggestion to overcome. It's to create. Oh, stop! I am the whiz. And I okay, question. Okay. So, I guess that makes sense. Oh, I feel better with the Alchemist card. Yep, I think it's coming soon. Exactly. And I knew right off the bat I needed to pull that fourth card. That's why I said I was going to put these cards there because we're going to need them. All right, let's pop over to the comments. I'm trying to keep an eye on the clock because I don't know if she's in here, but Pat and Shauna. Um, oh my God, I don't know the name, the link. Hey, Lucian, if you're still in here, can you post a link to their page? They're going on at 6:30 Pacific, which is 9:30. So I'm probably going to get off around, a hard stop at 9, because I want to, make sure to leave a little gap. I like to leave a little gap. Alrighty. Da. So great reading, Dave. Thank you, Tar Apple. Thank you, Dana. These are the Wizards Tarot. I use them all the time. I'm so boring, but I love these cards. I mean, they're just gorgeous. Okay. I want to scroll back up and make sure we... there's my arrow. If anyone else wanted to get on. All right, let's move along. So if you want to get on, make this symbol in the comments down below, and I'll add you to the list. All right, so next is long-haired, skinny-eyed toad. Please post your question. Oh, thank you, Mama Squirrel. You are my favorite Mama Squirrel. We love you too. Oh, Jack wants a reading. Let me put you on. Okay. Yeah, we've got to get that commune. That's my advice. We should start a massive GoFundMe to see if we can get the commune going. Dana wants a reading. D-A-N-A. Decker. Pansy Winter. All right. We have a heck of a list going here. All right. Cool. So long-haired, skinny-eyed toad, do you have your question? Please post it, my friend. Please post your question. Stock 2.0. Yes. I need my lighter. Here it is. Excuse me as I lean over. Okay, long-haired, skinny-eyed toe. A message from spirit. All right, I'm not sure exactly what we mean there, but let's give it a go. Or a message from the spirit world. Well, let's see what we got. Okay. Okay, just gonna shuffle a bit. I should put this other camera on while I'm shuffling. You can see my terrible my absolutely terrible shuffling skills. I'm getting better though. The more things I do, I get a little bit better. And I'm kind of working on my setup so that I can... Hey, the dishes are done. Did we hear the beep? All right. All right, I think we're good and shuffled now, huh? That should be enough. All right, let's see what we have. Message from the spirits. This guy's back again. We'll go up this guy here. From a spirit sense of things. So we have the Knight of Swords. From a from the spirit perspective. Well, I'm going to read the cards from what I see. Um, Again, this card here, and I lost my little pointer. Um, this is again, don't hold yourself back. The free. You know what I'm seeing here as far as spirit? Wow, wow, and I don't know, delayed reaction. It came to me like in a flash. I just got a flash. Maybe it means I don't know. But I see something. I'm getting astro travel here. Astro projection. Astro travel here. For some reason, that's what's jumping out. Over here, Two of Pentacles is, it's juggling. It's requiring balance. So when I look at this whole thing, right, when you look in terms of really being spiritual and what the spirit world is trying to tell you is you've got to open up a little bit and listen, and kind of reach out. You think about someone who's an astro traveler. They and it's funny, I'm going to break into a little story here. Kind of before I was even, witchy, I would have these reoccurring dreams. We were talking about them. I was talking about this last, I think it was last night or the night before, of just leaving my body and flying and just flying. I would float and I would just fly above the trees and the bridges. I would fly above the buildings. And this was reoccurring. I had this and still have this dream at least once a month. And I've had this dream for my entire life. Well, I can rephrase that. I had that dream every, at least once a month. Well, I call it dream because that's what I thought it was. As I started delving into my spiritual side, when I was introduced to Wicca, paganism, and witchcraft, and the tarot, and all this metaphysical side, I realized that's what I was doing without even knowing it. Yeah, I was just flying away in astral form. It was crazy, So now, yeah, I try to at least once a month, because now once it seems like when you're a kid or when you're younger, these things come natural. You don't even realize you're doing it. But now, in order to astro travel, it's more like these two cards. It takes concentration. So that's kind of, and I'm pointing at cards and I don't even have them on the screen, but so that's what I see here now that we're a little older. Think back. Have you ever had any of those experiences, like something similar to what I like my experience? Have you seen things? Have you felt things? Have you experienced things? Look at that. And then really got to open yourself up to it. And then last card, Four of Swords. When I first saw this card, I thought the guy was dead. He's not. What that's indicating is he's just laying down because he's tired, probably from reading or whatever. But what he's laying on is super stable. It's holding him up. It's like a stability. That's kind of like what I get out of the book here. But when I see that, it's again, to kind of open one's mind up, meditation, definitely meditation. Get yourself so try, like, before you go into bed, when you're laying down, just a little meditation, open yourself up, and what the spirit world has to say, it will say it to you. I feel that the time for that connection to be made is now. You're at the height of your curiosity, and your spirit guides are around you. I can't tell you what they are. I'll be honest, I don't know how to do like spirit. You know how people can say, "Oh, I see your spirit guides." I can't. I just see figures, but they're around you. This connection is ready to be made, but now you have to kind of take that step, if that makes any sense. This is what I got. Cindy Shoemaker will add you to the list. All right. Oh, the mama. Okay, guys, I'm off to record a few pre-records. Oh, bye, Mama Squirrel. I missed the bye. But anyways. So Toto, did that make any sense? Hope it did. Oh, hello. Ozzy Orbs. I was talking about you in the beginning of this live, right? Because you're going live at 6:30 Pacific, which is 9:30 Eastern. Yeah, I was telling people. So post your. Unless I got you mixed up with somebody. I'm so bad. Anyways, who's next? You're welcome, Toe. You're welcome. Michelle Cantrell, you are next. What is... Yes, we have Papa Squirrel package. Yes. I can't wait to see that. That's cool. So yes. So post the link to your channel. Can you post it in the comments? So Ozzy Orbs, they're going live at 9:30 Eastern, my time, 6:30 Pacific. I think I got that right. Ugh, this phone. All right, Michelle Cantrell. Hope I'm saying that right. Your question, please. Ah, there we are. I'm interested in changing professions. I have a couple of things that I have in mind. What are the signs I should take into consideration? On Pat's channel, we'll post a link to Pat's channel on here. All right, what are the signs? Career change. It's really changing professions. So it's not just changing jobs. You want to change. You're looking to change what you do. Shuffle, shuffle. Okay. All right. There you go. So hop over there, subscribe, yeah, we'll see what you got for a package later. Anyways, let's throw some cards down, shall we? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, man. La 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 la. Interesting. All right. I need a table to put my cards down. All right. I'm interested in changing professions and have a couple of things that I have in mind. What are the signs I should take into consideration? First card is the Eight of Swords. You look at that card, she's bound, she's kind of trapped. Right off the bat, that tells me that the decision to um, make this career change, you got to really think into yourself. I have a I'm sensing that, or are you feeling trapped in your current profession? Um, there's this sense of trap feeling in there. You know, um, so so think about that, right? Next card is the Dark Lord. So now when he comes up, you got to be very careful of manipulation. Um, uh, you know, um, being manipulated into making a decision that's not the decision that you truly want. They say those sayings: follow your heart, regardless of what other people say. Um, so be careful of that, because that's out here in this decision. There's manipulation out there in this decision. The Dark Lord is lurking around the corners. Last card, right here, our Page of Swords. Page is, to me, the page is it's the bringer of news. You are going to get some sort of news in the near future that may influence this decision. It's more than a sign that you should pay attention to. It's like news. You really have to ignore it in order to miss it, type of news. But yet still keep your eye out for that. You look at this card, this page here, this young boy, he's traveled he's pretty traveled, It's not like the mailman came and it's more of someone journeyed, so there's a lot of energy in this news, if you would. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Anyways, did that make sense? Let's see, where we at, Michelle? Hopefully that made sense, Michelle. All right, I want to pick it up. All right, next, Whispers of Three. Whispers of Three. Post your question. Michelle's answer is: I am the major provider for my family, but my health is deteriorating from it. Yeah. You have to take care of yourself. That's the tough part. And I don't know the exact situation, but it's if it's affecting your health, that's not good. So there's got to be some sort of change there. Because you don't want to anything that affects your health. You don't want to mess with that. You know what I'm saying? Whispers of Three, are you still here? Post your question. Por favor. For favor. There we are. Just the general. See what the vibe feels. The vibe feels, I feel like riding the bus. That's what the vibe feels to me. All right, here we go. Let's see, I'm going to put that one on. You're going to see my terrible shuffling. You ready to see my watch? Now that you guys are watching, my shuffling will be even worse. Oh, not too bad. Well, not too bad. All right, well, okay, I can't switch the camera. All right. My terrible shuffling skills, huh? And then this thing I try to do, but it's kind of, I don't know. I think that's just more for show than actually accomplishing any real shuffling. Okay, here we go. Oh, the Chariot. No. Okay. Okay. Well, first card is the Chariot. Um, Whenever I think of the Chariot, I think of a trip. I think of moving. Um, a lot of times to me, it means like physical moving. You know, it could be like even vacation type of thing moving. Um, the Chariot, I think the definition, though, uh, is finding your direction in life. Um, which is also true. That's part of, that could be like moving in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Um, but for some reason, what jumped out at me from the image when I first put the card down is within that finding your direction in life and all of that, there is some sort of travel, like physical travel. I don't know why I saw that flash at me, but I did. And I can't explain it. It just is. Next card is the Ace of Pentacles. Ace is like a new beginning, like a I don't want to say not a major change, but it's like a new beginning. You think about it, part of finding your direction in life, it could be something changing and something new is beginning, right? And then we go to Queen of Wands. Whenever I see the Queen of Wands, especially this queen, well, there's only one Queen of Wands, isn't there? She exudes confidence. So this finding your direction in life, there's going to be some change coming, and you're going to find some newfound confidence. That makes sense. What's coming before you, it's going to lead to, strength within yourself, stability, and and whatnot. Hopefully that makes sense. Oh, let me see. Just Joe. Yes, Dave, that is the plan. Is the plan to move? Is that why? I mean, yeah, because I don't know, for some reason it like whoop, flashed before I even, yeah, it's weird. All right, next on the list, Spirit Moon's quick on the post there. Just the General, I love it. She's keeping track. It's good. She's making sure I don't screw up, because I do that sometimes. All right, a General for Spirit Moon. Of course, when I shuffle, I have to reach down on the camera table, which is also doesn't help my wacky shuffling. All right, but we're getting there. Oh, love it, perfect, thank you. Oh, awesome. Well, see, that's why it. I don't know. That's why it jumped. It's some movement coming on. All right. A General for Spirit Moon. Here we go. Let's get my phone out of the shot. The Emperor. Oh, Eight of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. All right. Okay. So, where's my pointer? First up, we have the Emperor. Now, the Emperor, give me 1 second. I'm going to take a peek at what the book says the Emperor means. Needing to take responsibility and exercise discipline. Now I got to look at it. So, when I see this card, when I see this emperor, right? He definitely fits the part of an emperor. He's got that look, um, and but he's got something on his mind. He's sitting on, I don't know if that's a desk. It is a desk, and he's holding a crystal ball in one hand and a staff in another hand. That tells me, and that's the parts of the card that flashed out and that stood out to me. And that tells me that he's seeking something. He needs to take responsibility and seek out, what, his path, if you would. Now, move on from that to the Eight of Pentacles. My eight, in the book says balance achieved. When I see this card, I see someone hitting their stride, being productive, right? If you look at, the boy in the picture, or the guy, right? He's working on making these little pentacle-y thingies, shields or coins, whatever you want to call them. But look, he's made a lot of them, so he's successful. He's hitting his stride. He's moving. And then we wrap it up with the Ace of Wands. Ace is those beginnings. Wands, let's look up wands. Spiritual career. In the case of this, I have this for some reason this general is focusing in on more of a career type of thing. That makes any sense? But in that regard, there's some good stuff ahead. There's some things you're gonna need to take responsibility for. Maybe some decisions you need to make. But as far as your career goes, whatever that may be, or whatever your work-life passion is, is going to really start kind of hitting its mark. If that makes sense. It's going to be a little different than it is now. It looks like some like hitting your stride, if you would. That makes sense. Spirit's Moon. Does that make any sort of sense? Sometimes generals are tough. Anyways, next on the list is Jack. Oh, let's cross this off. So we have left on the list Jack, Dana Decker, Pansy Winter, and Cindy Shoemaker. I'm going to scroll up, see if I have any arrows that I missed. Yes, Cindy Shoemaker's the last arrow. We're gonna leave it there because my cold is kind of getting to me. I got like one stuffed nostril. It's really weird. Can't win sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, Jack, what is your question, my friend? I get a Halls. Stay focused, Wiley. Yeah, absolutely. I think it's like the image in my brain, but it just don't go out of my mouth. Want to know about what I should do about my relationship with this guy. It's the same guy that texted me while you were at Jen's. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what the cards say. Da, 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 da. That's a shuffle, 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 shuffle. Alrighty. Cut that there, and let's see what we have. Well, hmm. So, Ace of Swords right here means change. Um, I don't know. I'm getting. It's a tough one because I only like positive readings. I'm getting like a move on sort of vibe from this here. This card. If you look at the card, right, there's, I guess she's like a pixie, and she's looking at the sword, and she really is looking hard at it, but she's not stopping. She's moving on. We go to this middle card here. Again, the Eight of Swords. It's trapped. It's you know, that feeling of being trapped, that feeling of being bound. And you know what vibe I'm getting from this? And now we go here, Six of Pentacles. Right? When you look at this card, right, it's all about fairness. It's all about, right, he's getting his share. She's gonna get her share. Right? He's even weighing it on scales. It's balanced, it's fair. For some reason, the whole vibe when I look at the cards together, I'm getting more of like an advice sort of thing. The cards want me to say, let's put it that way, that I think the answer is within you. If not, look at this as a template. Is this relationship fair? Is this relationship, are you getting as much out of it as you're putting in? You know, it really needs to be evaluated, because I see a lot of signs of trapped and imbalance. Things need to be balanced, if that makes any sense. I think you need to. I think there's a decision, and if you want to take what the cards say, it's move on. But or move forward. But because I don't know that the context of the question, because you know it's just the status quo. Not gonna do. Let's see. Want to know about what I should do about my relationship with this guy? If you can give you a reference, maybe. Yeah. So I don't know if that makes any sense. Well, even reference aside, I try to read the cards from a blank slate, because I don't want, you know, any influence. But that's kind of what I'm getting from here, if that makes any sort of sense. But anyways, moving on. Boy, I'm doing better than I thought I would do. All right, Dana Decker. And let me remind you, you know, I love all you guys, and so, you know, sometimes I might miss a reading here and there. So when I do my Wednesday night readings, every reading comes with a money back guarantee. Yes, you get back every cent that you paid for this reading. See, is this fair or what? All right, I think I. Okay. Anyways, start a new way of thinking. Anyways, yes. Oh, who's next? Dana. Dana Decker. You are next. Do do do. Dana, are you there, Dana? Am I saying that right? Dana Decker. You are up next. Please post your question. Let's make sure I'm live. Hold on, I might be. Sometimes you get a little lagged. Oh no, I'm live. All right. Still lags a little bit. We'll give Dana a few more minutes. Dana Decker, post your question, por favor. Oh, there it is. Sorry. Wow, they all came pouring in. My phone's being weird. The general, as for what's in store for me in the future with my relationship and life. Alrighty. Relationship and life. Let's see what's in the store. You guys want to watch me shuffle? Okay, true fact nugget. When I first started doing these Wednesday night readings, I was shuffling and trying to talk and not paying attention, and I accidentally intershuffled, like I had them one like this and one like this, and I shuffled them together, and I'm pulling cards. I'm like, what? And I held my composure. You guys didn't even know. But I did that. Has that ever happened to anyone? Anyone of you guys? Or is that only something that can happen to me because I'm special? Alrighty. Dana's getting a general, basically. Oh, that was a weird sound. Alright, general, so it's a start for me, my future, my relationship. Let's put some cards down. Okay, we have our Four of Swords. Ooh. Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm getting freaking worried now. Jesus. So, now when I read, and as I chew on hauls, so I have to explain this. This is how I do my readings. So I'm a very intuitive reader. But I keep this book next to me just to kind of, give a reference of it goes over what the cards mean. It's got little cheat sheets in there. It's not how I read, because I read more intuitively, but I love to sometimes go to that literal meaning to see how it sometimes compares into reference with what I'm reading. It's important I say that for one reason. And I don't know, there's no right way or wrong way to read. It's just kind of what I do. So let me come over here for stability. Remember the last time this card came up, the part of the image that jumped out into my mind was the stable thing that he was laying on. My eyes did not see the swords. It's just how the card wanted to be read at that moment. This time is the other way around. For some reason, when I pulled this card this time, those swords stood out. This card's telling me time for rest is over, right? I see the swords looming above this kid that's kind of snoozing there. And I'm thinking to myself, he needs to get the hell off that, because for some reason the swords jumped out at me when I pulled that card. It's just the message I got. So there is, some don't stay still. Just process that phrase. It could mean logically. It could mean physically. You know, it's gonna go into your brain. And anyways, Seven of Swords. Now here's another one. It's funny we're on swords. Seven in the book is like endings. That's what the book says about endings. And I should get the book that came with these cards out too, because that would be pretty cool to use as a reference. When I see this card, I see this card can have two meanings to me. You see this guy, he's picking up his swords kind of hastily when you think about it. He's like, just grab them and just gather them, and he's kind of like moving on. Let's twist this a little bit. But he knows, he's looking back, and he's seeing too that are left behind. Now, is he leaving them behind on purpose, or is he sadly leaving them behind because maybe he can't carry anymore? It's weird how this card tells me, given the previous card with the haste, that he's leaving because he can't go back and get them. You know, either he can't carry them, he just can't. He doesn't want to leave them behind, but he has to. That's telling me that, so when I see this, it's time, I see this message so far of moving and kind of leaving something behind that may be tough, but it has to be done. Now, there's good news here, because I love this Ace of Cups. When I see this Ace of Cups, right, you got a cup floating in midair, and you've got like a mermaid that you could say has jumped out of the cup into this lake. Aces are usually beginnings. Something new is beginning. And this is always a good card. There's going to be, once this is sorted out, it's going to be like, it's going to be like a great weight is lifted. It's a life-changing sort of thing. Not major change, but a new direction. Something new is going to begin. And in the case of like the mermaid, think of it like this. She was living in a cup. Now she has a whole lake because she made that change. So it is a big, or that new beginning living in a lake. What change beginning? I keep interchanging the words. It's not so much change, it's more of a beginning. But yeah, if that makes any sense. You sort this out, you know, because when you leave this behind, it's for the better, it's for good, and you're going to be so much happier for it. If that makes any sense. We like it to make sense. All right, who am I on now? Pansy Winter, you are up next. Oh, there we go. Oh, I didn't know that. I've done this so many times. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, thank you, Whispers of Three. I love hearing that because I'm the type, I've talked about this. It's like, oh, bye, Jennifer Bebo. Thanks for stopping by. I hope I feel better too. It's not like I feel bad. It's just like this head thing. And whenever I get a head cold, it's like only one nostril. So my head feels lopsided. I can't stand it. It's like, let the whole thing clog up. Oh, I shouldn't ask for that because that might just happen. But have a great night. All right, Pansy, a general. Let's do a general. Da-da-dum-dum-da-da-dum-dum. Okay. What time is it? 8:06. I forgot what time Lucian gets out. Is he still in here? I haven't seen him post in a while. Alrighty. Alright. Okay. We cut the deck like thus. And let's put them down, shall we? Knight of Wands. Interesting. Oops. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see what we got here. So, when we look at the first card, I see the Knight of Wands. Knight is a bringer of change by the book. But when I look at this card, I see like a journey. Almost like, all right, this guy's on a journey. Not an easy journey either, right? He's like spelunking in the caverns, you know. There's determination in his face. So there's this little bit of not a struggle. It's more of a journey, but it's not an easy journey. It's a journey that takes a little effort. And the next card, he popped up. This is the second time he popped up today, in the Page of Swords. Page is the bringer of news, right? And again, he traveled afar with news, so there's news coming. And well, that makes sense. This journey, or in this journey, you will come across some news. Maybe that makes a little sense. That is what it is. Last card is the Lover's card. Now we know what that means. Love, harmony, happiness. Or it could be, finding love. Or if you're already married and in love, it's just a rekindling of that relationship. Interesting. For the heck of it, sometimes it happens and sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes the cards want one more pulled. Oh my God. Ten of Swords. Interesting. That just don't fit. We're throwing that away. We don't like that. We don't like that card. Sometimes I get like this notion to pull another card and I can't explain it. But Ten of Swords literally means completion. But I don't want to. Yeah, I don't like that one. So I don't know. Does that make any sense, Pansy? Pansy Winter? Does that make any sense? Alrighty. May I be added to the list? Yeah. I'll add one more. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Yeah, so we'll add you there. I don't know. If that... Oh, nice, she says. Okay, cool. Cool. That makes sense. Okay. We have Cindy Shoemaker. Cindy Shoemaker, you are next. Maria, welcome. I know I closed the list, but we got some time. But I do got to wrap it up. Oh, plus I need more tea. My tea's gone. Oh, no, a little bit left. So, Cindy Shoemaker, are you here? Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. Anytime. I love doing these readings. I love having fun with them, too. Cindy Shoemaker, are you still here? Shuffle. Here we go. How long before my scorpion is all mine, and anything else you'd like to tell me? How long before my scorpion is all mine? So, how long before my scorpion? Is it a pet scorpion? I sometimes take things literal. I have this feeling it's not a scorpion as in the bug. Let's shuffle. I think I know what you mean by scorpion is all yours. I think. You know what's crazy about when I started reading? And I haven't done this. I usually try this when I'm doing one-on-ones. But when I started reading, I wouldn't ask the question, and I would just put the cards down and see what they said. I've done that. I'm gonna try that one of these nights. Just say, hey, what do the cards want you to hear? All right. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, interesting. Two of Wands. Balance required. Focus. Balance. It's more like focus required. Wow, Wheel of Fortune. This is something, huh? Okay. Take focus. Allow things to take their course. Go with it. Especially if it feels right. And the last card, Eight of Wands. Bring that up here. Balance achieved. I see travel. This is another one of those cards when I look at it, it's movement, it's travel. So what I'm getting here is there's some balance, there's some focus and balance required. That's the roadblock, if you would, in this reading. But it's really weird because you wouldn't think of seeing that between next to allowing things to take their course. I see this as like a hump, but once you realize there's something you got to realize, don't know what that is, but it could be, allowing things to take their course. You might be, stop resisting, That could be kind of what's being said here. And then of course I see this movement forward. And I don't know why. When I look at this card, right, they're wands, which is the weirdest thing because they really, to me, they look like flame staves. I don't know why they call them wands, but that's what the wands look like. But when you look at them, to me, they look like broomsticks flying in the air. That's where I get that sense of movement. So I hope that makes sense. Thank you here, man. Oh, okay. Not sure what that is. Ah, man. I thought so. So yes. Yeah, allow things to take their course. Focus on it though. It's put the time in. That's what that first card meant. But yeah, that's what we're getting. Cool beans. All right, last but not least, Laura H. What is your question? Ah, married and very miserable. Yeah, that's where allowing things to take their course. But again, I see that movement, so yeah, especially if he's miserable. It's, yeah, allow things to take their course in that. Will S and I reconcile? All right, let's see. I'll give these a good shuffle. Cindy, you're so very welcome. I love doing this. Thank you for supporting the channel, because that's what keeps me going. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Yeah, ice blue. That's what I got, you know. Hey, I got my ice blue halls. They do help. All right, will S and I reconcile? That's what's coming up here. All right, we're going to cut them here. And let's see what we get. Three of Cups. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. This has got me struggling a bit. Because I'm getting this mixed. So if we look at this card here, let's read these in order. Three of Cups. Now, 3 is typically associated with growth. When I look at this cups, it's like a celebratory card, if you would. They're hosting there. They got their cups up, you know. That would say reconciliation, reconcile, yes. But we move to the next card, and that's the Initiate. Now, the Initiate in this deck is like with the Fool in the other, you know, in a normal Rider-Waite deck. This means something new is starting. So, what's weird is what I'm getting, and before we get to our Four of Pentacles, which is also interesting in terms of this reading, I see reconciliation, but I still see you kind of moving in a different direction. And what's funny is the Initiate, right, is willingly on this journey, right? If you think about the Fool and the Rider-Waite Smith, you know, the regular Rider-Waite, he's walking willingly, walking off a cliff. Well, I read this deck a little bit different, which is why I like this deck. But like, when you look at her, she is embarking on a new journey that's exciting. She's got her pet bunny with her. But, you know, and it's funny, there's a pet bunny there, but that's important because, you know, when I look at this card, this is why I like the Wizard's Tarot card deck, is because, you know, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. And I think of this card, this Initiate, as a freshman at Hogwarts. And, you know, she's got her, you know, have you had an owl? Well, she's got a bunny. It's part of what I see, the vibe of the card is of that different direction that she is going in. She is embarking on a new journey. The Fool embarks on a new journey, right? So that's what I see with this card. And with the Fool or with the Initiate in this deck, it's like you're not kicking and screaming. It's more of, yeah, you can't wait to get there type of a journey. And then at the end of here, we have the Four of Pentacles. That's stability. If you look at this, you have you know, a guy. He's sitting on a very strong bench. You know, it's like made of cement. There's so much stability. There's pentacles under his feet. He's holding a pentacle, and he's got one on his head. It's to show balance, stability, strength, all in one. That's the end game, as far as you are concerned. Whatever this change is, this new direction, I can tell you're going to want to go there, and it's the right path for you to go in, because it's really going to lead to a lot of stability. It might not lead to being, you know, overjoyed. It's not like the Empress or anything like that, but it's stability, it's happiness, it's strength, it's content. I hope that makes sense. I see, I understand. Awesome. Oh, thank you. That is awesome. Okay. At any rate, that is... Oh, where'd I go? I hit the wrong button. You have to have some glitches here or there. The Wiz kind of wings it. So that's all we have for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to hop off here, and I'm going to just kind of relax and kind of do something about this cold. And don't forget, at 9:30 Eastern, scroll back in the comments, but Pat's going live with Shauna to do an unboxing of a box they received from Papa Squirrel. So that should be fun. Laura, you are so very welcome. I love doing these. I really do. Thank you guys for coming here. This was great. I had 17 people. That's my guesstimate, because my phone doesn't like to tell me the... Oh, when I don't like this. My phone just doesn't like to tell me the accurate numbers. But, there's like... Isn't that weird? That's us. See, I'm going to wave. Let me make this like... Weird. Wait, can you make a phone inside of a phone inside of a phone? No, it doesn't work. Sorry, guys. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe to each other. Let's support each other as a community, because, you know, nothing but love here. And yeah, I will. Am I doing a popcorn party? I'm not even. I will be live. I'm doing popcorn party. But I don't know if I'm going to do it Saturday night. See, we're supposed to go to a haunted house again, that's where we went last weekend, which is an interesting story in and of itself. So I might, if I'm not going to be home on Saturday night, I definitely would be going live Saturday morning, I believe. Anyways, I'll post it on the Facebook group. Definitely check out the Facebook group, Wizards Tower. Bye, everybody. I better get out of here because this cold's kicking my butt. Have a great night.